Hey everyone, welcome back to the workshop. My name is John with Justin Nazarene Leather Company. This is the business side, where I share insight into how to start and run your own leather business. Today we're talking about the distinction between working on your business versus working in your business. And yes, there is a difference between those two things. So let me break it down for you. Working in your business is more of the tactical work, whereas working on your business is strategic. Working in your business is more concrete, all right, step by step. You know exactly the steps and procedures that you need to follow for that, whereas working on your business is more abstract. It deals more with ideas rather than individual steps. Working in your business is more the work of a technician, someone who can do the technical things, who can actually go get the job done, whereas working on your business is more in the realm of the entrepreneur, all right? The one who has goals, dreams, the vision for the whole company. Working in your business, think employee. Working on your business, think CEO. Now, I don't give you these lists in any way to diminish one type of work over the other. In fact, both are vitally important to the success of your business. However, most people, when they get into starting their own business, in this case, a leather business, you get stuck in a rut to where you are only working in your business. You're doing it constantly, and you never get a chance to work on your business. And what ends up happening is that when you go to start a leather business, you are in the mindset thinking that, oh, I'll just get to craft leather items all day, every day. It'll be wonderful. This is what I want. This is what I enjoy doing. Only to realize that's not the case. Those of you who have a little bit more experience, whether you're already business owners or have already started a leather business, you know that you don't just get to sit around in the workshop all day and craft leather items. Because as soon as you go turning your leather hobby into a business, there becomes way more work that you have to do. So here's what I mean. Ideally, you want to be leather crafting all the time. But when you go to start a business, now you got to think about the marketing. And underneath that, there's the branding. What's your brand going to be like? How do you do things around here? That is your brand. How about your website? All right. How are you going to design that? Where are you going to host that? Can you get the web address? What content are you going to put on there? What about your social medias? These are all under the marketing aspect of your company that you now have to think about and dedicate substantial times to. What about packing and shipping up your items? Unless every interaction you're going to have is face-to-face. Are you going to do e-commerce versus brick and mortar? And in that case, do you have a location that that you can lease, that you can rent, that's in a good spot? Are you getting enough foot traffic? How are you keeping the lights on? Are you generating enough revenue to do that? And if you're not starting with a brick and mortar, which most people without significant finances can't, how are you launching your e-commerce store? All right. Or are you doing everything through social media, posting things online, trying to get people to buy your stuff? These are all things you have to consider. And then if all of your transactions aren't going to be face-to-face, like I said, you're going to have to pack and ship these things. Have you taken that into account? What boxes are you going to use? Doesn't matter what box. Will you use some spare random box from Amazon or some other place that you ordered to put your stuff in and ship it out? Will that look professional? Okay. We haven't even talked about finances and bookkeeping. All right. How are you going to process payments? Is everything going to be cash? Do you accept credit card? What about PayPal? What about different other third parties? Are you going to invoice everyone? What are your payment terms and schedule like? And then how are you going to get that money transferred to your bank account? Your bookkeeping. Not just for finances, how are you going to record your expenses, your income, your financial statements, your budget? Do you have any of that stuff for your business? Do you need it for your business? The answer is yes, especially if you want to grow big. And then bookkeeping isn't just for finances. Think about your inventory, how much stuff you have in stock, what your capacity is to actually make things. And you want to know who else wants to know about your inventory if you're going to be making physical products? The tax man. All right. This is another reason you got to have all your ducks in a row. You have to have receipts for your expenses if you want to claim them on your taxes. Taxman wants to know how many raw materials you have in your inventory at the end of the year, because that actually increases your taxable income. Okay. What if you're manufacturing leather items that would be used in like a construction industry or something where safety would be a concern? What if one of your items fails and someone gets hurt? Are you prepared to deal with lawsuits? Do you have protections in place? Have you formulated your legal entities and everything properly to protect yourself? Are you separating personal from legal stuff? Do you see how exhausting this gets? Okay, I'm not making a really good sales pitch for starting your own leather business. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to communicate to you the realities of what it's like to run a leather business. Okay, because I feel like you need to know up front, here's what's going to happen. The Bible has something to say about counting the cost before you start a project. All right, that's what I'm trying to help you see right here. So what you find if you just jump right into working in your business, what you want to do is just the leather crafting. But you find you don't get to do a lot of that because you actually also have to do the role of the marketer, the social media manager, the bookkeeper, the chief financial officer, the tax man, the legal stuff, bookkeeping, shipping, all of it. You are all of those things. So the majority of your work in your business ends up not being the stuff that you got into business to do. Leather crafting, right? So what's the solution to all of this? It is working on your business. What does that mean? I'm glad you asked. It means putting the systems in place to replace yourself in your business. And you can only replace yourself in your business if you have enough revenue coming in to be able to pay people to take your place. Until such a time, it's all you. You're doing all 8, 9, 10, 24 jobs, whatever it is, to run your business until you can get it to the point where revenues are high enough to where you can start to replace yourself in all these other areas that you really didn't want to do. Like if you wanted to be a bookkeeper, you'd start a bookkeeping business. If you really wanted to do legal stuff, you'd go be a lawyer. If you really wanted to do marketing, you would go into that. But that's not the stuff you want to do. That's stuff you have to do. What you want to do is the leather crafting. So how do you get to the place where you can at least do that? You have to put the systems in place to replace yourself in all the other areas. All right. This is the idea of working on your business versus in your business. And I'd like to introduce you a very important book, The E-Myth Revisited by Michael Gerber. Link in the description below. If you don't have a copy of The E-Myth Revisited, you need to buy that today. So, The E-Myth Revisited, why most small businesses don't work and what to do about it. So there's really two main parts to this book. What's the problem with small businesses? Why do 90% fail in the first 5 years? And then of those 10% that go on to succeed in the next 5 years, 90% of those will fail. All right, so only 1% of the businesses that get started today will make it 10 years in the future. How do you ensure that you become one of those businesses? How do I ensure that I become one of those businesses? You have to work on your business. So the first part of the book starts out with identifying the problems. And if you've already started a leather business, or this is something that you do want to start, this will either talk about things that you have experienced or will help you think of things that perhaps you haven't thought of up to this point. Then the second part of the book is, all right, here's what's wrong with it. Now, here's what to do about it. Here's how you go about systematically building out the systems that you need to replace yourself. So let me tell you why it's called the E-Myth Revisited. The E-Myth, there's a definition on the back that I'm going to read here. The E-Myth is the entrepreneurial myth. The myth that most people who start small businesses are entrepreneurs. He says that is not the case. Most people that start small businesses are not entrepreneurs. They are technicians suffering from an entrepreneurial seizure. All right, the idea is, oh, I like leather work, so I'm going to start a business that does leather working. You're a technician suffering from an entrepreneurial seizure. All right, second part of the definition. The fatal assumption that an individual who understands the technical work of a business, leatherworking, can successfully run a business that does that technical work, your leather business, right? Just because you can do the technical work, that does not qualify you to run a business that does the technical work, right? And most people, including myself, who get into a leather business and want to start that, it's because you enjoy the technical work. So you want to get paid for that technical work, but that invites so many other jobs that you need to get off your plate, all right? So working in your business, doing all the different things that have to get done, working on your business is the systems that must be put in place to give step-by-step instructions for all of these individual jobs. So how do you transition from working in to on? Well, to make that transition, you have to change your mindset. There has to be a mindset change. You have to change. Right? The way that you think about things, the way you approach your personal development in general, but we'll talk about that in another video. So what is the mindset that you need in order to make this transition? All right? Because if you don't see the value, if you don't see the purpose in doing this, you're not going to do it. All right? So until you get what the mindset is, you're not going to take the step. So, not holding out on you, what is that mindset? The mindset is the leather stuff that you make is not your product. Your business is the product. Working on your business means that you are getting your business ready to sell. Now you may be thinking, I haven't even started my business yet and you're already talking about selling it? Yes. Some others of you may be like, I have no intention of ever selling my leather business. This is something that I want to do. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You have to build your leather business as though you intend to sell it. All right? That's the mindset. That's a lot of what's talked about in here, because what we're trying to do, keep in mind, the point is we want to be successful. The point of business, make money, right? Partly. That is a big driving force. That shouldn't be the primary focus, though. That'll be another video. Spoiler alert, adding value to other people should be your primary goal. All right? The money will follow. Anyway, that's a video for the future. Let's keep going. If you are preparing your business to sell it, whether you intend to or not, you have to think about the person who would be willing to buy a business. Why would someone buy a business? Because it's a money-making machine, right? People buy businesses because there is a turnkey, all right? Turn the key, go in. Turn the key, the engine starts. Turn the key, the door opens. It's done for you. You simply just follow the instructions, follow the steps, do everything exactly like the business owner, right, tells you to, and you will start to generate money. We understand this concept today as the franchise model, all right? Now, again, you may be thinking, I don't want to franchise my business. You're missing the point. You're missing the point. Businesses and companies that have gone on to franchise are the most successful companies in the world. They're the most profitable. They're the biggest, all right? And so all we are trying to do is replicate the steps that got them successful. Again, whether you intend to actually sell your business or not is not the point. The point is to get you out of a 70, 80-hour work week working in your business constantly, being the marketer, being the bookkeeper, being the website technician, being your videographer, your photographer, your leather crafter, and all these other things. To get to where your business is successful, all right, and working on your business, your mindset has to change. All right, so we're going to be talking more about this mindset in the future. Like I said, also get the book. All right, if you still haven't gotten it, pause the video now, go to Amazon, get the book, come back here, and we will finish up. So people buy businesses because they make money for them. So how do you get your leather business to be a money-making machine? Right? You have to put the systems in place to replace yourself in the business to where any person that you bring in, no matter skill level, you can hand them the manual that says follow these steps step by step, and they will replicate your exact items, all right, your exact steps to the level that you insist upon, that you've put in, thus replacing yourself in the business. That's what working on the business is versus working in the business. Then someone else is working in the business and you get to move on to the next part to replace yourself in another area. Systems, if you will, are the step-by-step instructions for every aspect of your leather business. It's a very long process. This is not an overnight thing. Right? I've heard it said that most businesses won't even be profitable for the first 3 years. That doesn't mean making bukus of money in 3 years. That means just barely making more than what your expenses are. It takes 3 years to get to that point. You don't start making bukus of money until you get closer to maybe 10 years if you're good and consistent. So this is a long process, but I'm here to help you. If you really want to invest your time in making a leather business that works, all right, going from the concept, the dream, the vision that you have, all right, and what you want to accomplish, making that a reality. If you want to work in your business and on your business, preferably on first, and get it to where it is ready, that it could be sold to where you can replace yourself in your business, well, I would like to help. All right, you're watching a business side video. All right, my business side videos up to this point have been, or at least they started out random. My very first one was the hand cut versus die cut video, and I was just cutting out patterns and saw my die cuts there, had the random thought, and was like, you know what, I'm going to create a video. And then it kind of transitioned to where like, oh wow, people seem to really like that. I should maybe just share more of what I know. And it turned into a mini series of how to price your leather work, calculating the cost of leather, which ended up being part 1. How to do wholesale pricing and things. And then after feedback from you guys, we got calculating the cost of leather part 2. All right, we got how to price your leather work as a beginner. And so it's just been kind of random as I thought of things I thought would be of value. I made a business side video, and those have by far been the most popular content on this channel. And so I want to offer more of that to you. Going forward, the business side videos will be more structured, almost a curriculum format. I have stuff planned out for the next year, for 2025. All right, this is coming out in December 2024. So if you're watching this at a future date, that's kind of where we are in the grand scheme of things. We're in December 2024. Come to January 2025, I will start to roll out business side content on a monthly basis that will follow a curriculum, if you will, that is based on Michael Gerber's The E-Myth Revisited. Now, because of the systematized way in which I'm going to bring this out more in a curriculum format, pre-planned, a lot of work goes into it, the format of how we do things on the channel is going to change slightly. In case you did not get to see my November 2024 business update video, there I announced that quite possibly, more than likely, channel memberships would be coming in 2025. And so I am here to tell you now that that is indeed the case. I've gotten all my different tiers and everything approved by YouTube. I just have to click a button and they activate. So I'm waiting until right at the end of December, January 1st-ish, to activate those on the channel. And the business side content will be available in my highest tier. So let me just show up on the screen an overview of what the different tiers will include, the different perks that are there. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about them because I'll have a separate video describing just these membership tiers, but here they are. There is the apprentice level for $4.99 a month, just $5. There is the journeyman level, which is $9.99 a month. All right, and these are all US dollars. All right, just $10. And there is the master level, which is $19.99 per month, USD. $20. And it is this level, the master level, where you will get the business side content. So notice it says business side videos and business side live streams. Let me explain how that's going to work, and let me give you kind of a preview of what the content that I have planned for the business side will be for 2025. So the business side content will drop a minimum of once a month. All right. I may occasionally, as I get feedback from you guys, throw extra content out there, but it will not be less than once a month. There will be monthly content, and that content will be on a 3-month rotation. Here's what I mean. All right. In this video today, we talked about working on your business, working in your business, and the mindset that gets you from one to the other. So on, in, and mindset will be the 3 kind of general types of business side videos, all right? The specific topics will be under the umbrella of either working on your business, working in your business, or the mindset that'll help you get that transition correct. So that's kind of the 3-month rotation. In January, it'll be an on your business video, February in your business, and then the mindset will be in March. Now the mindset ones, those will actually be live streams. All right, the on and in your business will be pre-recorded stuff that I schedule and launch ahead of time, but the mindset, so every 3rd month, that will be a live stream. Well, I will share some things just about, like I said, the mindset that it takes. That'll be short, and then I want to take and answer your questions for my members who have posed different questions. And if I can't answer them directly in the live stream, I will write them down and I'll make notes, and I will create future content and post that for you to try and get you the best answer possible. The on your business stuff will be concepts from the E-Myth book. They will be actionable steps that will get you pretty much your business development plan, your business plan written out. All right, that's the goal. Working in your business will mostly be geared toward the financials, because that's probably going to be the biggest hurdle that you have to overcome in order to get your business successful. You have to learn how to track all of your expenses, your income. You have to know how to budget, how to develop a budget from what stuff you're already doing and spending. I'll show you that. Financial statements, inventory, all these different things you have to keep track of. I'll show you how I do that in my business. And then the mindset stuff, like I said, that'll be live stream Q&A stuff where I present 10-15 minutes of just something that I think you need to hear. That would be good to get you thinking in the right direction. And then I would like to hear from you. So here is a preview of what the different topics are for 2025. All right, the first official year that I am launching the memberships on the channel here. So you can see the month, you can see the type of content there, video or live stream. You can see what part of the 3-month rotation that it's there, on, in, or mindset. And then the topic or topics that will be there. All right. Notice also on the far side, for all the videos there, the in and the on content, there will be some type of file for you to download. So think in terms of the spreadsheet that I made for the how to price your leather work. There will be similar documents and spreadsheets available to download for each of those videos throughout the year. These are the minimum of what I plan to present in 2025. As I hear from you guys and get feedback on topics that you would like to hear, questions you would like answered, I fully plan to post more content, more business side content throughout the year as different questions come up. So if this sounds like it'll be of value to you, whether you want to start a leather business, you're considering it, or already in one and you need to know how to kind of get yourself to where you are or could be more profitable, maybe hire someone. How do you get out of the rut of just constantly doing it, working in your business, doing all the other things besides leather crafting, right? If what I've presented today feels like it could offer you some value, come January 2025, I would just ask you, please sign up to support the channel here at the master level so that I can continue to provide value to you with all that I present with the business side content. And as a side note, all the business side content that is already currently up and available for everyone, that will stay up, all right? And occasionally I may do a random short clip of some of the longer stuff, or just something else that I think would be good for everyone else to hear who are not members. So I may occasionally post a random snippet or video that's not just for the members, but the stuff that I've shown you up on the screen just a few moments back, that stuff for sure will be exclusive to members only. Okay? So there we go. We have talked about working on your business, working in your business, all right? The mindset that has to happen to get you from working in to on, and we will be fleshing out these topics and building on them in the future. And I encourage you, if you want more content like this, you need to become a channel member and enter at the master level tier. That will get you this content month after month after month. All right. Thank you so much for joining me in the workshop again. Again, my name is John with Justin Nazarene Leather Company. This has been the business side. Bye now.